Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rockin Realities. I am so excited to introduce today's guest as he is a member of one of my favorite bands. I'm talking about Don Powell, the original drummer of the band Slade. Don is such an amazing guy. He has amazing stories to tell. I hope you enjoy the show. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and head on over also to Facebook and Instagram. Leave a like there and tell us what you think. And for now, enjoy the show. Hi. Hi.
Hi. I'm turning the volume up. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Perfect. Okay. Where are you, Lily?
Where? I'm in my room at my parents' house.
But what country?
In Germany. I'm sorry about the whole
Germany.
time zone confusion. I forgot you're living in Denmark now.
I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So what you want to do? Where do you want to go?
So
Hello.
I prepared some questions. I just start. Is that fine?
Okay. Just start.
Okay. So I'd like to start at the beginning. So when you first started playing music, what or who were your influences, and have they changed over the years? Like, are your influences different now than they were back then?
A little bit, but the thing is, I started playing drums with two guys that were a few years older than me, so they were more into rock and roll than I was, with Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran, or people like that. And so they introduced me to those people, and that's how I started song, so it was quite a revelation for me, that.
Yeah. So, and what are they like now? And like, do you have different influences now, or is it the same as back then?
Well, not so much influence. I've still got my favorites. I still like people like Led Zeppelin. I like the Eagles. The Eagles are my favorite band, and we did some concerts with them in America in the 70s. And lots of people, really. I mean, I've got no. I've got lots and lots of people who I always buy CDs from, or like I said, the Eagles are my favourites, but there's lots of people, really.
Yeah. Do you still buy vinyl records?
Sorry?
Do you still buy vinyl records, or do you use
I
CDs?
still buy CDs. I make a list and buy CDs. Yeah, CDs now, not records.
Yeah, I had to think of that now because the first record I ever bought when I was a child was a Slade record.
Okay, which one was that?
I have it here actually. Here's it. That was my first record that I bought.
Oh yeah, that was about 1972, I think that one came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the next question I have is actually my dad told me to ask you this because he's a huge Slade fan as well, and he's the one who got me into your music. So I asked him if he wanted to know anything, and he said he'd like to know what it felt like when when Slade became successful and you first started noticing that you are gonna be a big band, and how much impact that your music has on your fans and how much they love it. Like what the feeling was like when you started noticing that.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, we've been working for about 5 years, just touring around, playing small clubs and bars before we had any success. And when we did start to get success, it was just a fantastic feeling. It made you sort of think of all those years of playing around that it all became worth it, and it was a lovely feeling, such a good feeling.
Yeah, and Did you ever anticipate the kind of success that you were gonna have, like that you were gonna be that huge?
No, not really. You don't really know at the time, you know. I mean, you're hoping for like success, hit records. You feel that's what you keep on working for, but you never really know whether it's going to happen for you. And luckily, it happened for us, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. And is it like what is like for you now that you're seeing that your music is still loved now, so many years later, and that also new generations are discovering your music, like my generation? Like we didn't actually grow up with your music, but we still love it. I mean, that must be pretty cool for you.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's still a great feeling now. I mean, a lot of the fans that used to follow us in the 70s, now they come with their children.
Yeah.
And yeah, and no, it's a great feeling that we can still go out and tour, especially tour in the 70s. But yeah, I mean, it's great that we can still tour the world, and it's still the music is still popular.
Yeah, it's really pretty cool. Yes. So
Yeah.
now that you have achieved pretty much already, but is there like a specific goal that you would still like to achieve, something that you'd still like to happen?
I don't know really. I mean, we've been lucky enough to sort of travel all over the world, been successful all over the world, and it's still a great feeling that we can go to the places all over the world and still have a great time, and that the music is still really well known in these places. I mean, we sort of go when we tour Australia, we go right away from the cities, right out into the desert, and it's just nice to sort of the people still know our music. It's fantastic feeling.
Yeah, I think so. Can
Yeah,
imagine that. It's just so cool.
it's very special.
Yeah. So, and are you working on new music now? Are you going like I know that a lot of musicians now that they can't tour this year are releasing new albums or writing new songs. Are you working on anything?
Yeah, I'm working with a few people at the moment that we can. I mean, it's amazing how things change. I mean, I have some friends in England. They recorded some guitars and guitars and bass and piano, and they send the files over to me, and I record the drums in a studio over here in Denmark, and then I just send it back. I mean, that's the way things are at the moment. You know, that until this sort of COVID-19 sort of goes away. We just, no one can travel anywhere. So we're able to do that really, so we can still keep busy.
Yeah. And so when are we going to hear this new music?
Well, hopefully we're trying to do something before the end of the year, but we're going to have to wait to see what the situation is like. You know, we may sort of put some tracks out, you know, sort of out on the internet and things like that, so so people can get some idea of what's going on. But we're just going to have to wait and see while all this awful thing's going on.
Yeah. It's a weird situation we're in right now. It's like nobody knows what's
Yeah,
happening.
no, I never thought I never thought I would see the world like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've read your book and I've read Noddy's book, and there
Yeah.
are so many. You guys have experienced so much together, and I wondered, like, what's your favorite memory of your time with Slade, or your favorite story?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many. I mean, we've been so lucky to travel all over the world, really, places you would never think of, you know. And also we had the chance to make a movie, which was great fun. But really, basically, traveling all over the world. We've been.
Sorry, sound. I think the sound was gone for a second.
You know, it's yeah, I think you keep on freezing. I don't know. It's just I think it's just the connection's not so good,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I think probably. the Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's okay. It's just the way things are, you know.
Yeah. I got it up to the point where you said that making a movie was great. Could you maybe repeat the rest real quick?
Yeah, well, we made the movie in 1975, and then we really, I think the biggest great thing about us is being able to travel all over the world, places
Yeah.
where we never ever think of going, you know. So it's been a great time, really.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite place to go when you've seen so many places in this world? Where do you think it's the most beautiful or the most interesting place you've went?
I think maybe over the last few years, where we've been able to go to places like Russia and see like places like Moscow, St. Petersburg, which we could never go to before. I think that's really interesting. And also Australia. I mean, it's so far away, and it's just, yeah. I mean, it was great because last time we toured Australia, I could speak to my wife every day, you know, sort of like we're doing now, you know. So it was, no, it's amazing how technology has changed today.
Yeah, it's pretty useful,
Yeah,
especially when you have friends all over the world because you can always talk to them and you can
yeah,
actually
yeah.
see them. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So
Yes, it's incredible,
yeah,
incredible, really.
yeah, I love it. It's pretty great because I also have friends like in America. I can just call them anytime and
Okay.
I can talk to them, or I can talk to you now, and it's great to get to talk to you
Yeah,
and
I
be
know.
able to hear your stories. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic the way technology is today.
Yeah. Do you think that it's like the recording process is it's different now, as you already mentioned before? Do you like it more
Oh
now
yeah.
with this technology, or did you prefer it the way it was in the 70s?
I think I preferred it the way it used to be, in a way, sort of thing. It was nice when all the four of us were in the studio together, playing together as if we were playing, doing a concert. And I think I preferred that way better. But it's just the way technology is today. I mean, you have to keep up with technology. But I think I preferred how it used to be.
Yeah, I heard a few people say that they prefer,
Yeah,
especially when now that it's just when it's just sending files to each other, not even being in the room together, that it's just
I know.
easier also to record when you're actually
It's
in the
so
room
strange.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you think the Beatles' first album was made in one day,
Yeah, it was 12 hours, I think.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean that's incredible. Yeah, probably less than 12 hours, really. But I mean, but the way things have changed now. I mean, I suppose. I mean, I keep thinking, where's it going to go? But you know, how far do we go now? You know, what else is there to do? You know, but we'll see.
Yeah. Um, so I heard somewhere, I'm not sure where I've heard this, but I heard that it kind of went against you that Slade was always associated with glam rock, and I wondered if that was true and why.
If I didn't hear that, Lily, what did you say?
I heard that it kind of went against you that Slade was always associated with glam rock, and I just wondered if
Oh
that
yeah,
was
I mean,
true and why.
yeah, I mean, I think it did. I mean, because people just were, you know, like some of the just the sort of all the colourful clothes and things like that, you know. But yeah, the glamour. I think it went not just us; it went against a lot of people, like Sweet. A lot of people. It didn't help, you know, especially in America. Especially in America, they didn't particularly like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Although there was Kiss and you know people like that, but Kiss they say that they copied everything from Slade, you know. But yeah, but I mean, it's certain parts that it wasn't too good.
yeah. So, but I mean the music of glam rock. I like glam rock. It was a great music. So was it just like didn't they take you seriously because of the clothes and or was it what was it?
I think that's what it was. They couldn't take it. They wouldn't take it seriously because of the way people dressed. But anyway, you know that seems a long time ago now. I mean, I look at some of the photographs and I think, wow, what were we wearing, you know? But yeah, this was quite funny, especially Dave Hill.
Yeah,
If I told you
seems were pretty.
if I told you he was colorblind, I suppose that would make sense. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. I really like it, and I also like what David Bowie did with his costumes and everything.
Yeah, some
But
strange costumes.
yeah, but I think it's probably also different for my generation because for us it's not like that strange
Yeah,
anymore to see a man wearing makeup or wearing like glitter.
I know, I know. Yeah, it was strange. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So, do you have any secret talents, like anything you're really good at but that nobody knows about?
Oh, I don't know. I think you better ask my wife. I mean, I mean, believe it or not, I like gardening. Would you believe? And that's really rock and roll. But I know I do enjoy gardening. You know.
Yeah. But gardening is great. I mean,
Oh yeah, I love
being
it. It's
outside is great.
a lot of fun, especially I have my hothouse and we can grow tomatoes and all peppers and things like that. You know, it's quite nice to see the finished thing, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah,
And it's
that's the
great
rock
when you
and
can grow your
that's
own
the
food.
other that's the other side of rock and roll.
Well, everything can be rock and roll if you make it rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also a question that I like asking people because the answers are usually pretty interesting is, what kind of values are important for you?
What kind of what, sorry?
Values.
Values.
Yeah.
Oh, just oh, that's a difficult one. Just, I mean, friendship, really. I mean, sort of, like I say, me and my wife, we're best friends apart from being married to each other. We're best friends as well, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I think friendship is a big thing. I still see, or not so much now, but I still keep in touch with a lot of my old schoolmates, my school friends from many years ago, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, and that's nice. So when occasionally I go back to my hometown, I try and sort of see some of them. You know, we have. Oh,
Now
you're
you're
there.
back.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
Yeah, it froze again for a second.
yeah. Hello. Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, okay, you're back. Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, are you also like the original members of Slade? Are you all still in touch? Because I know, I mean, you
Uh,
haven't played together for years, but
not so much in touch, but I mean we're still friends. You know, we're still friends. I mean, I see Noddy Holder maybe 2 times a year. We have a lunch together in London with lots of other friends. Yeah, so we still do keep in touch.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
remember because we started together. Remember from in the '60s from school, really. So we're friends as well. You know, sort of. You know, but yeah, it's nice. I can see Noddy Holder maybe 2 times a year when we have a lunch together, which is quite nice.
yeah, that's great. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Fans love hearing this, that you're all still friends.
Yeah, yeah, we have a good laugh about the '70s and things like that, and you know all those years together then.
Yeah. Um, so do you have any advice for young musicians that like who are starting out now? Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, I think really you have to believe in yourself, and you really have to work hard. I mean, nothing comes overnight. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. You really have to work and really believe in yourself. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I sometimes wonder, like, I read these stories of bands in the 70s, and it always sounds like these bands were working a lot harder than bands are working now, because I think it was Dennis Dunaway who wrote in his book that they sometimes were practicing like 11 hours a day, and that's amazing. Like not many, any bands do this now.
Oh, I know. I mean, the thing is now, I mean, especially travel is so easy today. You know, I remember when we used to have to nearly drive everywhere, you know, and yeah, I mean, sort of like there's never, I mean, especially with the internet now, you can travel to anywhere so easily today, whereas it was a hard work before, you know, so yeah, traveling is so easy today. It's so easy to get anywhere, you know. So you know, it's great, you know. But I don't, you know. I still remember when we first started, when we used to travel, you know, in an old sort of bus sort of thing, you know, which was where the heater didn't work and there was holes everywhere, you know. But that was part of growing up, I suppose. But yeah. But it's nice memories from those years.
Yeah, it sounds like amazing memories, like everything.
Oh yeah,
All the stories
fantastic, really.
sound so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Okay, no, it's been great, Lily. So just keep in touch and we can do another one sometime.
Yeah. I'd like to do a part 2, maybe when the Wi-Fi is a bit better.
Yeah, okay, then well we'll try. But just let me know when you're ready to do another one, if we can do another one. Okay?
Yeah, I'd love to, because now it keeps freezing, and
Yeah, I
it's
know.
really
But I think
kind of hard to
that's the way it
understand.
will. That's the way it will be. But okay, then. But say hello to your father. Okay.
Yeah, I will. He'll love that.
Okay.
So thank you
Okay.
so much, and
Okay.
let's keep in
Keep in
touch.
touch. Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.